talking quite like the flag debate. We've just been talking here amongst a few of the guys on the floor about who's on the side of keeping it and who's on the side of getting rid of it. The great Aussie flag debate is back on the agenda after a number of high-profile Aussies called for the Union Jack to be dropped from our flag. A lot of this happened around Australia Day. So do we need a new one that better reflects our multicultural Australia? Some claim our flag is a colonial relic.
For me, it's an absolute no-brainer to change the flag. How revolutionary is it to say we don't want, many of us don't want to have the image of another nation's flag on our flag? Is this unpatriotic or is this simple bleeding common sense?
Others disagree.
The language is part of us, in the same way that the Westminster system is. You can't change history as much as the elites would want to. We have these connections, they're there. People came to Australia because they liked the results, and you don't change them.
On Australia Day, a dozen former Australians of the Year called for a new flag.
A lot of people say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Here's a news flash, it's broke. About 50% of us don't want the Union Jack on our flag.
That could not possibly be true. Put aside elite salons in Toorak and Paddington, where it would be perhaps true, but if you went among rank and file Australians...
Happy Australia Day!
You saw the flag everywhere, particularly among the young, who've taken to doing things which I would never do with a flag, that is, wearing it in all sorts of odd places, even having it on their faces. It is loved, and I just don't believe that 50% of the people want to change the flag.
There's no doubt it's a passionate issue, but there's no political support for a change.
I'm a big advocate of the current Australian flag. We love it. People carrying it today. It's the Australian flag. We'll be sticking with it.
One of the greatest symbols of our country is our flag.
One of the issues for those campaigning for a new flag is there is no one single design that everyone can rally around.
If you want to campaign to change the flag, I think you do two things. You do it firstly on the right occasion. Secondly, you go away, you work out a new flag, not a beach towel, but a flag, and then you present that to the powers that be. What there absolutely must be, and it's required under the legislation, there must be a vote by the people, and let's see the result then.
There you go, mate, all right.
But there's no doubt the call for change is gaining momentum.
Many of us want to change it right now. How does next Wednesday sound? The reality is it's unlikely to change before the Queen dies. Similarly with the Republic, it's probably unlikely that we'll become a Republic before the Queen dies. But we need to talk about it now. We need to frame the structure of which way we're heading and have everybody be aware that the times they are changing. It's coming.
Laugh and fake. This is Australia.
Well, it has certainly got everyone fired up this morning. What are your thoughts? What do you want to see happen?
Well, I don't really agree with Fitzy on much, and I've worked with him a lot. I love the guy, but I have to agree with him on this, and maybe not as stridently, but I think sometime over the course of the next, say, 20 years, it will change as a matter of course, and I think Australia will become a republic. It doesn't have to change that much, but I think a lot of people think that we're better represented into the future without the Union Jack. Look, I know that a lot of people aren't going to agree with me.
I disagree with you. I mean, I like our flag, and I don't see the point of changing it. It's part of our history, and, you know, probably about 50-50, I would say, of emails coming through, but everyone's got an opinion. It's good.
Yeah, it gets people talking. Still